In this video lecture, we'll look at files and directories, copying, moving, renaming, and finding files. Let's look at some file system management commands. Let's change directory to the test search directory. If you don't have the test search directory, enter mkdir space test search. Let's use the stat command to get detailed information about our file, file 1. And we'll see the size, the access, modify, and change date. Again, if you don't have file 1, touch file 1. If you don't have file 10, touch file 10. The file command tells you what type of data is inside of a file. Some files are scripts, other files are executable files, and finally other files are plain text files. If you want to extract just the ASCII text out of a executable file, you can use the strings command. And let's run strings on /bin/echo. Let's make another directory that's called mydir by entering mkdir space mydir and do ls-la to see the information about this directory. Type in cd space mydir to change directories into the mydir directory. Let's touch two files, file 41 and file 42. Do cd ... to go up one level in the hierarchy and try to remove this directory using the rmdir command. Now you'll notice with rmdir, this directory is not removed since there are two files that are within the directory. You can only remove empty directories. If you want to remove a directory that's not empty, you'll need to enter rm-rf mydir, and that'll remove a non-empty directory. Now this is actually a safety feature since you don't want to inadvertently remove a directory with many files or subdirectories within it. Let's make another directory named project and enter ls. Let's copy file 1 into the project directory and then enter ls space project. And we'll see that file 1 is in fact copied into the project directory. Let's copy all of the files that begin with the word break into the project directory by entering cp break asterisk. If you don't have these files, touch break.py and touch break_continue.py. If we want to copy the entire contents of a directory into another directory, use the -r option to recursively copy all the files and folders that are inside of one directory into another directory. Let's attempt to copy project into project 2, and you'll see that without the -r option, we're not allowed to perform this task. Let's rename a file. Type in mv file2 space file 22, and this actually renames the file. Now if you don't have file 2 in the test search directory, touch file 2. Now, one thing that is a little bit of a danger here, is that if I do MV file 3 into file 10, we silently overwrote that file. We weren't given any kind of indication that that file already existed. If we try to move file 10 into file 22 with the -I option, which says run this interactively, we are prompted, do we really want to overwrite that destination file? And then of course I don't want to overwrite that destination file. Let's move a file into a directory. If the destination is a directory, then the file gets moved into the directory. It does not get renamed. Let's do a directory listing of the project backup directory. And also ls project. Let's change directories into the project directory by entering cd project. Type in cd ... and that lets us go up one level. Now we can copy a file that's within the project directory into project backup by putting the path to the file as project /file22 and put the destination as the project backup directory. Let's change directory into the project backup directory, and let's copy file 1 up one level in the hierarchy by entering .. /file 11. So that actually copied that file 1 up to the test search directory. Let's use the find command. Let's say we want to find any files in the home directory which have the word file in them. So enter find the path to the home directory /home and then enter file. If I want to find any files that have the word file in them, I'll enter file asterisk inside of double quotes. So that says any file that starts with file and has any number of characters which comes after it. The files that are listed will match that pattern. Let's enter the find command again and enter tilde, which is that shift and accent mark. So that says look in the current directory for anything that was accessed in the last 10 minutes. And that's why we entered minus. If we want to see anything that was modified, any files that were modified more than 20 minutes ago, we'll enter a +20 rather than a minus value. Press Q to quit. Let's look for any files that were modified more than 3 days ago. So in this case, we'll do -m time and press Q to quit. Let's say we want to find any files in the home directory which were modified less than 3 days ago. Enter -3. Let's see if there are any files in the home directory that are greater than 4,096 kilobytes. And again, the home directory is represented by a tilde, and that would be home/pi in my case, or home/ and your user account on your virtual machine. Let's look for any files that are less than 1,024 kilobytes. Let's find any files that are in the home directory whose size is greater than 4 gigabytes. And in this case, there are no files that are larger than 4 gigabytes in the home directory. Let's try to see if there are any files that are greater than 2 gigabytes, greater than 1 gigabyte, or greater than 100 megabytes. Let's enter a few commands: who, W, and who am I, which shows who's logged on, what processes those logged on users are using, and information about who am I. Now, the reason we type in the absolute path to those executable files is because in the path variable, the search path is specified. If we want to know where are the executable files located, we can use which who, and we can also use where is who to also find the documentation. Now again, some commands are built into the kernel, so we cannot use which to find out where those commands are located. Let's create a new file, File A, by entering nano, File A. And I'm going to input Linux Fundamentals is my favorite class, and press Ctrl-O to write out and Ctrl-X to exit. Enter cat File A, and that'll show you the contents of File A. Enter RM File A to delete a file. Now notice you didn't get any message that said, do you want to delete this file? If we want to run this command more safely, enter rm-i and the name of the file, and then you're prompted whether or not you want to remove the file. Enter N because I don't want to remove this file. This completes the lecture on files and directories, copying, moving, renaming, finding files, and deleting files and directories.